My name is Anthony James, and I love the German Netflix show Dark. I love it so much that I started a YouTube channel to talk about it. From the start, I've been told that the Dark train won't last forever, and if I want to continue to grow on YouTube, I need to move on. Well, you know what? I don't want to move on. This show is worth more. It's worth more theories, more analysis, deconstruction, and discussion. So if you're not ready to move on either, then you're in the right place. Right here on Dark Discussions. Hello, and welcome to Dark Discussions. I'm Anthony. Origin Anthony, I should say. And there he is. What did I call you last time? HG Konrad.
Yeah, something like that.
HG Konrad. Well, here you are. Here you are. Seabad Moon has popped in straight away and said, thought I had missed this again. I'm sorry, we're a little late. We ran a little bit over recording our movie podcast, but at the same time, we're here. We're here, and that's all that matters.
And we can crank it out that content. This is the wheel.
Yeah, that's the content wheel. It is imaginary, but the content isn't imaginary, weirdly enough. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Right, guys, thanks very much for joining us on Dark Discussions this week. We are live, as always. Anyone who's listening on the audio apps, this is another episode where I have to say, I'm really sorry that it's kind of a visual-based episode today, but I have been requested to put them on audio apps, so I will continue to do so. What I will try and do, and Konrad, try and remind me, I will try and put as much as possible of description into what we're looking at when we're going through these title sequences. Yeah. Now, I will say, we're looking at close to 100 images here. Some of them we're going to go by very quickly. Yeah, that's Charlotte going into the hatch. Move on. Some of them we will spend a bit more time on. But yeah, here we are. There is 15 people in right now. There are 2 likes. Pop a like on the video, guys. That'll be really, really great. It does really help the stream. The more interaction you put into the stream, the more people YouTube will push it to. So that'll be great. And thanks very much for all the people who are in already, because you are here on the correct day. I did change the day. Yes, that was my fault. Right, Konrad, how are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Yeah, can't complain. I'm looking forward to slipping back into Dark like a comfortable pair of shoes.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's been a few weeks since you've thought about Dark at all. Which I'm loving that idea. Like, you know, you're gonna have to you're dipping your toes into Dark every now and then.
Pop the Dark jumper back on when the mood takes me.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a few people saying thank God they thought they were going to miss it. I know, because we didn't start directly at 10:30 UK time, so maybe that was a bit confusing. But yeah, Laurie K says, finally caught alive. Now I'll just lurk in the background. No problem, Laurie, you lurk away. But you can contribute if you really want to. So as we go, guys, if you... Oh, Venla asks, Konrad, have you had a haircut?
No, my hair is just being pushed back by my headphones. I still have quite long hair at the moment. Actually, no, not unfortunately. It's great. I like having long hair.
What do you mean, unfortunately? Look at this. Look at this.
That's the real benefit of lockdown. Was like, I'm gonna grow my hair out again.
Yeah, I've been in lockdown for 16 years. Yeah, I just always wanted to feel what it was like to have a ponytail. That was my life. That was my life ambition. But now I know how it feels. But now I've spent so much time and so much of my body's energy growing this thing. I can't just get rid of it. Venla says looks good, Konrad.
Thank you very much, Venla.
Yeah, I think you should start like slicking it back. You know.
Oh yeah, I'll get some pomade and go for Or well, pomade. Actually. Like, worth pointing out, that Alt Magnus hair, if I could go for that Alt Magnus look, I'll get like a chest piece of like the Motley Crue album cover and fully nail that Alt Magnus look.
Yeah, 5,004 worth. You are exactly right. Alt Magnus hair. Yeah. All right, so so Konrad can actually see the comments, the chat, guys. So if you want to say something to Konrad in there, you can. We couldn't see him last time. Oh, actually, no, I think you could last time. The time before, sorry, is we didn't want to give you any spoilers. Konrad has only just seen as well the Dark Discussions intro for the first ever time. Yeah, and he was watching Jonas and Marta in the tunnel. I said, do you see why you couldn't see it before?
A little bit of a spoiler.
Little bit of a spoiler. I mean, I do say at the very beginning, I make it very clear, Dark Season 1, 2, and 3 spoilers at the very beginning. Sorry if I've spoiled anyone over the years for that. Months, not years. Okay, so Lucille says, hey, Lucille. As I say, we've got a lot to get through today, guys. So I think we will just start. I think we'll get into it, right? So yes, we can see that. Okay, Konrad, let me know if you could see that when it pops up.
I've got it. I've got it.
Excellent.
I was going to say loud and clear. It's not loud and clear, but I can see it nonetheless.
All right, so we're going to start with season 1. Now, I've tried to edit a video together that we could use here. That when I play through the video, it stops for a few seconds at each point so that I don't accidentally skip things. Having said that, that took a long time, and I had a child to get food into, so I only did that for season 1 and 2. Season 3, I slowed down the video, but I didn't put the stops in. We'll see how we get on. If I miss something, you just let me know, all right? All right, so, guys, if you disagree with our analysis, or you think we say a character is someone who it isn't, or whatever, you jump in the comments, you jump in the live chat, and you tell us that we are wrong, because we love that. We love being told we're wrong.
I enjoy it.
All right. Okay. So let's go. Season 1. So first of all, in season 1, just going to skip through here actually because I do put quite a bit. There we go. Season 1, we get lights in the forest. 2 lights in the forest. I mean, it does bear saying this for the people who maybe skipped the credits, like Konrad did on the first episode of the Afterlife.
Idiot would do that.
Yeah, like Konrad did on the first episode of the Afterlife podcast. If you skip them and you listen to the audio app, you're really gonna have me describe this to you. So basically, everything in the credits is like mirrored. They go for like a real kaleidoscopy, mirror-y sort of thing.
Yeah.
So this is lights in the forest, Konrad. Possibly the future because of the floaty stuff.
I think this is where they are loading the barrels into the truck. I believe.
Oh, interesting.
That's my memory of this. I think it's the only time. No, I'm not going to say. I was going to say it's the only time we see like a light in the forest at night. That's just simply not true. But my vague recollection of this is when Alexandra and Vola are loading the barrels into the trucks.
Okay, interesting. Okay, Vic Disco says, "Whoa, Konrad, good to see you joining us."
Good morning.
Good morning, Vic.
Got your coffee down you.
Yeah. Oh, geez. A few weeks ago, Ted had about 5 coffees down him by half an hour into the video. But he'll be all right. Right, okay, let's go to the next one. So that's clearly, if you disagree with us, we think that, Konrad thinks that might be the Alexander scene. I think this one is very clearly the cave that Claudia goes down into. Like, I think you can even see the rope there.
Yeah, that's the repelling cave for when they want to test a new head of the nuclear power plant.
I will say, basically it's the cave there with the mirror down the middle. I will say, what does that look like down there, Konrad? A little animal-type rock. To me, that looks like a little rabbit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could say that's a rabbit.
I'm looking at the big screen here, Konrad, and they're clearly 2 ears. So that is, in my opinion, our first bit of analysis has to be done. I think that's a reference to Alice in Wonderland, going down the rabbit hole.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's a reference to the Matrix. Follow the white rabbit.
Well, it's not white. It's more of a mossy rock color rabbit. But yeah, well, hang on a minute. The Matrix is a reference to Alice in Wonderland in itself.
Yeah, but I'm a child of the 90s. All right, I don't live in your. Oh God, I've forgotten the name of the author of Alice in Wonderland. That's awful of me. But I don't live in your 18th century world. All right, I live in the here and now.
All right, fair enough.
98.
Okay, well, 5004 Worth has a really good thing here. It's the very first bug monster.
Oh well, I mean, they got it. Where did they come from? That's my question. That it could easily be from this cave, and that could be a cocoon.
That may be the egg. Yeah, that's like the egg. That's like the beginning.
Yeah,
all right. Okay. So there we go. If we spend that long on each one of these, we are going to be. Oh, who's this? So we have a person, probably a woman. Let's be honest, holding a gun, mirrored down the middle. Who's this? You think?
Oh, I mean, this has got to be Claudia.
Yeah. In the moment where we see her.
Enjoying the snow.
Enjoying the snow, the nuclear fallout. Yeah, definitely. Right, let's keep it moving. Interesting, this one. This is eyes, and I think it's actually the cave that the eyes are in.
I don't know.
I think. Now I could be wrong here, guys. I think this is Mikkel. This is Mikkel. Let me play it on a little bit, see if we can see a further picture.
His eyes don't immediately say Mikkel to me, but I guess it could be. It could be.
The reason why I think it's Mikkel is because of the symbolism of Mikkel going in the cave. You know what I mean? He goes missing. That's why I think that. I don't know who else it could be because that mirroring is very strange.
It could be Eric, actually. Marvin says it could be Eric.
It could be Eric, yeah, it definitely could be Eric. It also could be Tronta, like a young Tronta.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. I was imagining old Tronta.
Well, like, you know, like the rock. It was symbolizing young Tronta turning into old Tronta through the rock, the wrinkles in the rock.
The ravages of age.
Yeah, exactly. Right, we've got a hand here now. And this hand is actually has a wedding ring on, which does come back a few times as we go through.
I feel like if we ever see a man's hand with a wedding ring on, like 90% of the time it's Ulrich's. Just because his hands are like covered in blood. So
yeah, there is one where it's definitely Ulrich's hand.
Yeah.
So this could be Ulrich's hand. Does Noah wear a wedding ring? I don't think they were technically married.
I'm not sure, actually. He might well do. That my other thought was Noah, but I'm trying to remember with the wedding ring. I don't know if we ever get that confirmed, or it must be confirmed one way or the other, but I've just never noticed.
Okay, interesting. All right, so let's move on then. We've had the hand, we've had the ring, we've now got, what on earth could this be? We've got a room with a light. Very clearly the hotel.
room number 8 at the. I actually no. I guess I'm trying to see where in the figure out where in the hotel that actually is. Is that the front desk?
I think it is, because it's so like mirrored. Yeah. The board behind where the keys would be hanging looks like it's like a triangle, but it's actually not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm getting some like proper Overlook Hotel from The Shining vibes from that, to be honest.
Yeah. I know what you mean. That's definitely just the hotel, Vinden Hotel foyer though. So some of these are more steeped in metaphor than others. We get some hands. We get the hands being wrapped. Look a little bit like a bird, I suppose. Or a weird alien with a double thumb head.
Who has their hands wrapped in season 1?
Good question. I think you were thinking that it could be Magnus when we were watching through, didn't you? Because you thought Magnus
when he punched the wall.
Punched the walls, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm actually trying to think if we ever see this.
Yeah, I can't remember myself. Maybe it's just Mikkel's hands.
It could be.
Because remember he was like all roughed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be Mikkel and Enos. A few people are saying that in the comments too. I think it's Mikkel's hands as well, yeah. So that makes sense. Mikkel's hands being wrapped up. This is one I found interesting. Because it's like the forest, obviously just clearly the forest but it's upside down.
Yeah.
And that was really strange to me because we know the first episode had real Stranger Things vibes.
5004 Worth has absolutely nailed that. That is very much a Blair Witch Project image there. Like it's that looks like the little kind of wooden figures hanging in the woods in the Blair Witch Project to me.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense to me as well. But it is
I don't know if that's a direct reference, but it seems very very similar to it.
It is also upside down. Yeah, but I like in the main credits how it doesn't actually focus on the actors, if you know what I mean. It's like all like the costume. I see costume design there, and I think to myself, costumes getting a note because obviously my wife's costume, she works in costume, so I'm thinking yes, they're getting a note, which I think is cool. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is eyes, and a road underneath the eyes. Now these eyes, I think. Do you want to guess who these eyes are?
Maybe Hannah.
I'm thinking Hannah too. I'm thinking Hannah too for these.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Hannah. If someone wants to correct us, do so. But I think that's Hannah's eyes with the road underneath. And I think straight away the road continues on the bottom, but we get someone dragging a body.
Yeah, just pop in. I guess that would be. No, it's not Eric. It's Mads, right?
Alexander.
Well, no, this is way before Alexander / Yasin bites the dust. This is
what's in the same season though. It's the credits are for the whole season.
I think he gets dropped off in the 50s though, so I think this is Helga dragging Mads to where he's found, right? in the first episode, maybe.
No, because it's Peter and Tronte who take Mads to where he's found.
Oh, that's right. It is. Yeah. So I guess it must be either Eric or Yasin.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Some people are saying that the eyes were maybe Regina or Charlotte.
It could have been Regina, actually. Yeah.
Could have been Regina. Definitely could have been Regina.
I feel like Charlotte has blue eyes. I might be misremembering that, but
yeah, she seems like I can't remember either, but she seems like she would. She seems like she would to me. All right, so that pauses for a while. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, this is like a game of roulette. What do you say? This is the one that I put out with the the community post earlier, asking who do you think it is. So it's a woman. It's a woman's face with the cave behind. Who's in the cave behind? I wonder.
I can't really see that.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. It does look like Francisca. Like it does look like Francisca. Let's be honest.
I don't know who that is actually. I'm gonna say maybe that's Claudia when she was going through the caves, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, look, there's a furry outline on the coat.
It looks like a feminine figure to me. So
yeah, might be Claudia.
Yeah,
not 100% sure actually. Well, anyway, I think the main face is Francisca. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's got to be Francisca. Even mirrored.
Even mirrored. Yeah, she's very symmetrical, Francisca. That's what I've always said about her. Very symmetrical, and Bartos would say other things about her, but you know. All right, this time we get a gun. Mirrored.
Nice.
And a face in the background. Who's this face?
Oh, hold on, let me see that face. We get a good look at that. I don't actually know who that is. I don't know if I can. That's one of the kids from the 50s, I think. Is that young Claudia?
I'm thinking Marta. But because it's mirrored, we're only seeing one side of her face. The faces are harder to tell than you think, aren't they?
It could be young Hannah. I think Seabad Moon might be on scent. I don't think it's Marta.
Oh, young Hannah, possibly because of the gun as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you might be right there. Maybe even old Hannah, because it's so faded that you can't really even tell the age. That does look younger than old Hannah, though.
Yeah, I think that's like a teenager. Like that face. Look at that pure, unblemished skin. That's a young person.
Konrad, Frack and Toaster Lovers popped in late. Says just tuning in a bit late. Give it a like, Frack and Toaster Lover. Thank you. Konrad is a Joy Division fan. Awesome.
That's a reference to the T-shirt.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah.
Yes. No. You can just tell it from your eyes.
Yeah. We have that sort of depressed Ian Curtis look about us.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on then. Next up, another gun. This time, mirrored in the middle again. When is this from? I'm actually not sure when this is from in the show, this gun here. It's not the same gun.
Do you not think that's the same gun?
I think the previous gun was more of a... I think that the previous gun had that thin tube at the front. This looks like the gun that Han Solo's blaster is based off, isn't it?
I feel like every gun in this entire series is the same gun.
Oh yeah, well actually, what am I talking about? It was mirrored in the middle. You couldn't see the pointy bit.
They're all that. It's not a Walther. I can't remember what it is, but it's. I don't know when this is though. So that's
in first season. Yeah, maybe it's just Hannah in her house holding it.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't know if we see her with the gun in the first season. To be honest.
Yeah, she's holding it at the start of the second season.
Yeah,
but we do see her. No, we do see her take it out to go and blackmail Alexander.
In the first season.
Yeah, at the very end of the first season. Well, she can't blackmail. She's blackmailing him to destroy Ulrich's life, but Ulrich's gone at the start of the second season, so she wouldn't be doing it then.
That's true. That's a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, you are right about the chronology of that. Maybe it is Hannah then. I'm trying to think if we see her in any kind of like dark scenes handling the gun. I guess we probably do in her house at some point. I've just forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah, and also it wouldn't be Boris because Boris was only in the forest when he had the gun.
Yeah.
All right. So probably we're leaning on that being Hannah.
Yeah. I think that sounds.
Seabad Moon says, oh no, talking about the picture, old Hannah was his first instinct there. Okay, so this time, as I said, we've got Charlotte walking into the bunker. Any more needed here? Any more? I think this is
which bunker though? Which way does the door open? That's the crucial question.
Well, opposite ways actually here. She's Charlotte in both worlds this early on.
How could we possibly know exactly?
Yeah, I think Charlotte here this is the time where she goes into the bunker and finds the wallpaper.
Yes, yeah, I think you're right. Finds a little scrap.
Yep, exactly. Right, let's move on. So just a little detour here. Joseph Rolf says, do we know any more things about 1899? It's too early to do a whole another episode on 1899. I probably will do one in about a month just to sort of recap. I want to sort of look forward to it every now and then. Go over to Baron Bodor's Instagram, and he's put up a really awesome piece of music that's been made by Ben Frost, who did the Dark soundtrack too. It's really cool. It sounds like foghorns of a ship. So go check that out. It's really cool. Right. Moving on. Next up, we get the bus stop, and we get a weird eye at the top. Now, I took a screenshot of the eye in the most revealing way I could. There's literally there was no more of it shown than this. I don't think we can really.
So this is that little visited character in Dark that was a cat person.
Yeah. Gretchen's buddy.
Yeah, Gretchen's buddy, who was a lycanthrope. I don't know. We did talk about werewolves. Was it in this? I think we talked about werewolves at some point. Yeah, it was in the scene with Noah and Ellie and Stranger Jonas in the future, and they show the full moon before anything happens in that scene. And obviously, the cinematic language dictates that means that one of them's going to turn into a werewolf. So maybe this is that werewolf, and we just missed it.
Potentially, it makes sense to me. I think Seabad Moon is saying, "Is that the sheep's eye?" That's probably the best guess we have. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an eye with absolutely no white in the eye, so we'll probably have to guess an animal of some sort. A little bit of white here, maybe that's a bit of the sheep's wool, possibly. Let's continue on. We've got the penny.
There it is, the Fennig.
The Fennig, yeah. So this original music by Ben Frost too. There we go. Obviously, got his albums now. The scores. This penny will be featuring heavily in a future upcoming Dark Discussions, where I properly give my current thoughts on the cycles.
Oh, nice! Something to look forward to.
This penny will feature heavily, but obviously we know what that is. It's the penny. Okay, moving on. What have we got next? We got an eye. Again, this is difficult. This
like being an optician. It's just trying to identify things about people from tiny bits of their face.
This is upside down too to boot. So there's a couple of eyes here, but it's been reflected a few times. I don't know who this is. I think I'm gonna go out just based on seeing a few freckles here and there. This is young Hannah. I think
Laurie Kay. Yeah, Vola's missing eye is a good shout. I think Laurie Kay saying Jonas. This could be a case of our protagonist hiding in plain sight here.
But he's got blue eyes.
He does, but we know what his eyes are like. You know, they change color.
Yeah, they do change
throughout the show. So.
Maybe they've actually changed his eye color here to hint that he is a stranger.
Yeah, that would make perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone else saying anything here? Vola's missing eye could be. We don't know the color of that one. Maybe he had heterochromia. So who knows? Who knows these things? Right, let's move on. Not finished season 1 yet, Konrad. Not finished season 1 yet. Right. What could this be? I'm going to skip on past this one. It's definitely Regina testing the dust in the hotel. Okay, this one here.
Oh, yeah. That's just an establishing shot of the old power plant.
There is something happening in this image, which I'm not going to talk about here, but there is something happening here which also comes back at the end of this season 1. At the end of this season 1 sequence, I will say that we'll talk about more there. But it's obviously just a power plant.
Okay.
Yep. So let's move on. This one here, to be honest with you, I couldn't get a better image of this. I think it might be the fence at the power plant, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what this is. It
looks like a chain link fence.
Yeah,
to me.
it was so dark. The parking lot, potentially.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Where does Noah's car meet Bartos?
The bridge.
It's at the bridge, isn't it? Yes, it's probably not that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of headlights we saw through a chain link fence. I can't think of that many.
Yeah. Not sure. Well, the chain link fence, whenever Ulrich climbed it, remember, to go into the power plant.
Yeah, maybe that's like an establishing shot of him pulling up to the fence. Oh, I recognise these legs.
Oh,
these are the legs of a troublemaker, if ever I've seen them.
Yeah. This is the legs of a man who knows how to handle a joystick from the 80s. That's all I'll say.
The legs of a Satanist, one might say.
Yeah, definitely. Let's leave it there. Now, I love the symmetry in these next two shots, okay? So this is obviously the tape player that Ulrich is using to listen to the case files from back in the 80s from the Mads case. But look at the symmetry between this and the next one, what it goes into. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So it's like the tapes are spinning, and then it goes into like a shot that's spinning the time machine.
The like kaleidoscopic effects on these are really cool. I don't know, because they're clear, like, as you say, they're clearly using like different kinds of mirroring in each one, which gives it this kind of off kilter look, which I really enjoy. And that's a great example of it.
Yep. Also, like at the bottom of the time machine, there's like fire happening or something, which is obviously shows that, like, you know, you'll be thrown into this.
Oh no, this is when the time machine was forged in the fires of Mount Doom.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually. That's why we didn't actually ever see that. Actually, we didn't see Gollum, or should I say Bartos, jumping, going down with the time machine into the lava.
Yeah, that was his precious.
Also, if you want a Netflix tip, guys, my wife and I have been watching The Floor Is Lava recently.
What is that?
The storyline and the cinematography, fantastic. It's literally just a stupid game show where they've literally made The Floor Is Lava real, and they've got like water that's colored like lava that explodes and everything, and then they literally have to get it from one side of the studio to the other while jumping on chairs, and like they'll do a quick kitchen theme or an office theme, you know, and it's literally a game show where you have to get across the room.
If they had any balls whatsoever, they would do it with real lava, frankly.
No, I know.
That's what we need to get towards.
They do. It is hilarious. Venla says it's hilarious and stupid. It absolutely is 100% hilarious and stupid. My son, who's been watching it with us, he actually hasn't started playing the game yet, so you know, I don't know why. It'd be fun. I can't wait to play it with him. But anyway. All right. Okay. Next one. I purposely chose a still frame of Jonas where his two eyes look like two buttholes. I don't know why.
Yeah. Or
I say purposely. I didn't really mean to.
But yeah, that looks like Jonas's face looked like it just disappeared into a kneecap there.
Yeah. But yeah, it is weird. Let's be honest. It is Jonas. We can move on. But talk about Franziska Doppler. That, like, we're looking at Jonas's black hole right here.
I wouldn't have got that if you hadn't told me it was Jonas, to be honest, because I saw Jonas's face in that for about a third of a second. I was just like, Jesus, what is this?
It's the coat, Konrad. Oh, you can't see the yellow coat.
No, I can't see the coat. I can't see anything. I just saw.
Let's do some on the fly. Here, look.
Some editing.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, the yellow gives it away. Yeah, straight away.
All right, let's move on. All right, here we go. Whose hands are these?
Oh well. There's the hands of a Satanist. If ever we're building the anatomy of a killer here.
Yeah. We've seen the feet of a Satanist. We've seen the slightly older, like very much older,
older
hands of a Satanist with literal blood on them.
Yes, just sitting outside the bunker.
All those Ulrich apologists out there, and I know there's somebody who's watching now. The creators were showing us in the opening credits, this man has blood on his hands.
This is Ulrich watching Helga split in half and become two separate people because there's no way he could have survived that beating to the head, as we will establish.
Sean Springer says, "What did I just join into?" I'm assuming you joined into the moment where we were talking about the fact that Jonas has bum holes for eyes. I'm sorry, Sean. It's an important topic that has to be discussed.
Listen, the artists wanted it to be there. They showed it to us. But it's up to us as consumers of the art to interrogate it and understand, like, derive meaning from it. All right, and that's what we're doing here.
That is what we are doing. Alex has put us off topic here, but it's an off-topic tangent I do want to go on because I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone seen the trailer for Tribes of Europa with Oliver Masucci playing the major part? Another German Netflix original.
Looks rad.
It does, doesn't it?
I saw that and I was like, Anthony will be on that, and then I was like, am I allowed to watch this, or are we going to save this for after dark? Because I really want to watch that.
Well, I'll binge it as quick as I can, and then I'll let you know if it's a theory-worthy show, and if it's not really, then you can watch it. And if you watch it quick enough, we can talk about it on a dark discussion maybe, because it is dark aligned, so we could talk about it on a dark discussion. But
it looks very cool.
I really look forward to watching it. It looks great. All right, next up, what do we got? Oh yeah, this thing, which is just I think this is in Mikkel's room, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing Mikkel would have. Just like, is that like
it's like a
light with a Jupiter lampshade on it?
Yeah, I don't know what do you call these things? Like mobile? It's a mobile.
Yeah. Mobiles. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you see the little ball over here? There's like a bluish ball.
That's like Earth, right?
It probably is, but you know what it looks like to me? It looks like the dark matter from season 2. It
does a bit. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thus the world was created.
Yeah, that's sorted then. All right, this is where Konrad's theories really started shining in the first series.
This woman,
Octoconia, wasn't it?
Yeah, Octoconia, the things in the ear that get all messed up when you can't tell which way's up and which way's down. And this is that woman, like, very graphically dissecting a bird.
Yeah, very much so. Although there wasn't much blood to the bird, but I suppose she'd probably drained it out. Okay, so Marvin says, wait, is it actually pronounced that way in English?
Mobile, I think, is how I've always heard it.
Mobile.
It's one of those weird words.
I say mobile.
Well, you'd say mobile if you're like, oh, is he mobile or whatever?
Yeah.
Or do you have a mobile? But I've always heard the thing that hangs over a baby's bed as a mobile for some reason. I don't know why it's pronounced.
I've also heard mobile. A baby's mobile.
That's just laziness.
Yeah, well, that's what I am, 100%.
You're a teacher, Anthony. The E makes the vowel say its name, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
Although that's clearly not the case in Mobile. But
the magic E. Caro M says, good evening, gentle people. Good evening. 38 people in here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We're really, really enjoying ourselves, having a great time. Could you please put a like on the video if you could? While I'm saying that, someone else has actually put a like on the video, which is always great to see. Always great to see.
Drive those engagement numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Mobile. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, we could be wrong as well. Well, you're not wrong because you have children, but...
No, hang on. Having children doesn't mean you know how to pronounce everything. I mean...
You're more of an authority, let's say, on the subject than I am, who is as clueless when it comes to children as he is when it comes to TV shows.
Yeah, I do not think I'm an authority on that at all, Konrad. To be honest with you, but I will.
You in it.
Yeah, no, anyway, you don't drop me in anything, Konrad. I will say I'd like to move past the dead bird if we could. Right.
Yep, sure.
Who's this?
That's got to be Stranger, right?
A coated figure walking through. I would guess Stranger or possibly Old Claudia, but I'm leaning towards Stranger as well.
That coat looks more like a Stranger coat than a Claudia coat to me.
Yeah.
He's not as well dressed as Claudia is in the first season.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you. Right, who's this?
My first thought was Yasin, to be honest, but I don't actually know if that is Yasin now I'm thinking about it.
Yasin's a very elusive character.
Yeah, he is. He gets more so as the show goes on.
I mean, if that is Yasin, look at the eyelashes on that boy. I mean...
Oh, I'm jealous. I've got pretty long eyelashes, and I'm jealous of that.
So, Belinda says Hannah. Yeah.
It could be Hannah as well. Hannah has those big, like, doughy eyes.
Yeah, there's been so many so far that everyone's just been like, it's Hannah. I like, you know, I can imagine, I can understand, like, looking at Maya Sean why you would just put so many of her eyes in. Like, I understand that. All right,
just those big brown eyes.
Yeah. All right, next one. I wonder what this could be.
No idea. What could this possibly be?
I think it's Jonas in his bedroom looking at the map.
Yeah, probably it probably is that, really.
Yeah.
There's not much, or is it in the attic? It could actually. Does he look at it in the attic? I can't remember.
Good question. Actually, I think he does open it up in the attic. Actually, at least once. Jonathan Kift has said definitely young Hannah for the last one, but in my mind, I read it when we were on this, so I was like, every single one now is just gonna be like definitely Hannah, definitely.
All of these are Hannah. Hannah is actually the main character of Dark, is what we're discovering from this.
Well, I think there's an argument to be made. Okay.
Here we go.
Which body is this? Is the question.
It's got to be Mads, right?
Could be Mads,
because that's the only one they find in the present day.
Yeah, it does look like present day equipment. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that.
Because we get the Swedish meatballs or Yugoslavian meatballs, excuse me, conversation here.
I can't believe where did he go? I can't believe we didn't remember that. I think Frack and Toast Love, was that you who corrected us on that? I'm pretty sure. I can't believe we forgot the Yugoslavian part.
I want to know what happened to that character. If ever they made a spin-off of Dark, I want to know what happened to that coroner.
Yeah, so do I. Okay, we're gonna move past this very quickly.
This when I first saw this, I'm not gonna vocalize what I thought when I first saw this in the intro sequence, but I had a visceral reaction to it. Is all I'll say. That's a Noah's back, is what that is.
The interesting thing is, it's actually the small of Noah's back. It's like right. But
they knew. I'm gonna say this now. They knew exactly what they were doing when they depicted this kind of vascular, fatty mass of skin in this shape.
Well, I will say though, if you turn your head to the side, it looks kind of like the infinity symbol.
It does. It's a number 8. Messages everywhere.
Yeah, everything's connected. All right. What, like, Jontje Fries? What an image to put next to her name in the credits. She probably. I reckon that was her decision. Yeah, put me next to the grossest thing in the credits. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on then. Oh yes, actually, Alex has pointed out you're wrong in terms of the Yugoslavian meatballs. They're in 1986.
The
fellow with the huge glasses. Yeah,
You're right. All
right, let's keep going.
Well, still, what happened to him? Where'd he go?
Yeah, true. Okay, so we have hands. Hands, touching hands, reaching out. With a ring on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say either Katerina or Hannah. I don't know if Hannah still wore her wedding ring, actually. I'm gonna say Katerina. I think.
I think potentially this could be Greta.
It could be Greta.
Are the nails too modern? At the same time, it's a modern actress. So
is that a French manicure that I see there?
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, it could be Greta.
I know all the German towns which do French manicures in that style. All right, okay. Let's move on then. All right. The last one. Here we go. Oh, second last one. Stranger standing between the lorries.
Yeah, that's definitely Stranger. Although we do also see Francisca in a later season take up that exact position to watch her dad visit Benny. So that's true. It's but I mean, this is definitely Stranger.
Yeah, Francisca is Stranger confirmed. Right, let's the last one then. This is the last one of the first season. We finally got there. I'm going to go through the next one a bit quicker, I think. Skip over the ones that are very obvious. Okay, so here it is, and there's a few people talking about this one. I think Belinda mentioned it as well. That they take this to mean a very clear showing that there are 3 worlds.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with this, and that's really interesting. I've never noticed that before, but the lack of a power plant here is striking.
Interesting. Yeah, so it's like the 3 worlds. It's interesting as well, if you're a fan of the show His Dark Materials, the opening credits in that show look very similar to this, and I'm not going to say what it implies because maybe you haven't seen that show, but similar idea is what I'll say. But yeah, like that looks like they gave you an idea at the very beginning.
Yeah, I think that to me says that they kind of knew where they were ending the show,
Yeah.
even at this point, even if they didn't know the
The
journey
path
to get
of
there.
everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is, at this stage, they did know the journey. They just changed it at the end of the season.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they knew the journey, and they were just like, screw it. No, it's actually her brother.
Yeah, I'd love to know how
Suck
much
it.
they actually did change, but so, and also that, like, the fact that the two worlds, or the two sort of images either side of the word dark, are kind of reflected of each other too. It's kind of even showing you that, and this one's sort of not connected in a way, even though it kind of is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that was season 1.
We did it.
We did it. We're done season 1. That took so long, guys. I was thinking when I was getting this together, I was like, that took so long. It's going to be so long. What if we just did season 1 and then we did season 2 another time? And I was like, I can't come back like 100 times, like 3 times to do this. We have to do it in one go, get it done.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing here. All right. So season 2, let's move on. We start off season 2 with lights again. The initial image actually is funny. It's not funny, let's be honest, but it shows you Katarina in the caves,
Yeah.
and that is literally like a 3 or 4 frame flash I got.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
that's like
interesting.
right from the end of the series.
Yeah, exactly. It's right from the end of the season. Yeah, which is really cool.
Or season, rather, yeah.
All right, so let's move on a little bit. Now look at this. Is that a teddy bear?
It does look yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so obviously Katarina is light in the caves again, but there's like an image in the middle that looks like part of the cave is turned into a teddy bear.
Yeah.
I
It's
actually,
like the giant bear out of Akira. It's
I actually
very
think it's,
disturbing.
yeah, I think it's really interesting. Like there's a lot of symbolism in the show that makes the cave look like the Minotaur, right? Like on the front of the poster, which is also on the front of the score vinyls. It actually has, like, if you look at the cave, it actually looks like a monster. It looks like a Minotaur. And that maybe is something they're going for here, or it could just be really, really lucky that it just looks like an animal of some sort.
Yeah, it's just this inside of this cave looks like a particularly disturbing and upsetting teddy bear.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's go with that. Right, okay, next up, we got a torch in the water. Obviously,
sure whose
obviously the
torch that
lake
is.
is heavily featured in season 2.
It's not a future torch, I'll tell you that much.
It's not a future torch, so it can't be Jonas. Don't know who that is.
Magnus, I'm gonna say, just purely as pure guess.
Okay, let's go with Magnus with the torch. Oh, actually, yes, because he was holding a torch.
Yeah, he went and beat up Bartos in a cave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was it. All right. Okay, so this is obviously young Noah with his pickaxe,
Yep, ready to do some murdering.
ready to do some murdering. Exactly. Right. Let's move on then. Here we go. Whoa, that's a cool image. That is, I believe, Marta's eyes.
Yeah, the Ariadne eyes, right? I think.
With Jonas underneath, mirrored in his like from the side of his head. I believe that is someone saying young Hannah.
It could be.
It could be. The
There's no
reason
way
why
of
I think
knowing.
it's Marta is because of the transition into the next
Does she not-
in the next
I feel
visual.
like, yeah, I feel like Marta during the Ariadne play, she has like kind of black makeup like across her eyes, which is what I think that was.
Could have been.
And then obviously Jonas, and then yeah, this is clearly a rather unflattering image of Marta in the in the middle there.
Lisa Vicari actually has just got cast as a Klingon based on this image.
Oh, bless
Swiftly
her.
moving on. Swiftly moving on. All right, some little mealworms. Which part was this from?
I don't remember that at all. Who was someone feeding their birds like mealworms or something? Is this a Helga thing?
I don't know. Maybe. Does he feed
I
his
do
little
not
surfer
remember that
dudes
at all.
worms or something? Yeah, where are the worms? Let us know, guys. Vic says, "I'll take anything with Lisa Vicari in it." Star Trek with her playing a Klingon. Looks like a bit like a snake in the middle there now, though.
Yep, it does. Or an owl.
Oh yeah, or an owl.
It
Yeah,
looks a lot like an owl.
yeah, exactly.
Is this? This is probably a reference to Labyrinth, the David Bowie movie.
Could be. Oh, but on this next picture wall, they've done our boy Yasin dirty here. Look at him there in the middle.
Oh yeah, they've just like they're trying to trick us into thinking he's not important by basically cutting him off in the at the join between the reflections. But we know better.
Yeah. We all know. We've cracked the code of dark. This is terrifying.
Oh my god, that's like something out of Twin Peaks or Silent Hill. Like that's Agnes if she was a faceless monster.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like the way they've done her face, it sort of like only shows a tiny bit of her mouth or something, and it actually kind of looks like she's got her face is a big pregnant belly.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Yes. But yeah, like,
I'll not argue. Yes,
I'm expecting Agent Smith to be like, but how will you make a phone call if you can't speak? Like, what her face looks like at the moment.
Yeah, not the best.
No.
Okay, so now we have what I think are Greta's eyes.
No, that's Noah. Not Noah. That's Adam. Surely.
Oh, that is Adam. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
Jeez, I'm sorry to the actress who plays Greta.
Jesus Christ.
The reason why I thought that
Greta,
is
a perfectly attractive woman in her 40s, getting mixed up with Adam, who is covered in burns.
The weepy eyes. I should have known. The weepy eyes.
Can't believe that.
My god.
You know
why I thought it was Greta? Because Noah and the bunker, in my head I went, oh, Helga's in there. Like that's why I thought. Like I can see the logical leap. The weepy eyes, I was like, right, well, who will be crying over the bunker and Noah? You know what I mean?
Well, definitely not Greta, or maybe over Noah, that's true, but Greta's not crying over Helga. of all the characters in the show, she's like the least likely one to give a shit about Helga.
Yeah, true. Now this is another one I find interesting. When was the scene where someone was like, what looks like a middle-aged man's hand, like sort of getting back on their feet in a hospital? When was this?
Was it maybe Ulrich, old Ulrich in the 80s?
Oh, it was.
That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, it probably was him. I don't think we ever saw this shot, though.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell, the shot itself.
Yeah, but I think you might be right in that. Yeah, I think you might be right there. Right, guys, pop a like on the video.
That's what's called a call to action.
Yeah. I've read it in my YouTube theory textbooks.
This is that painting that I had to reveal myself as a Luddite for not knowing the name of or the artist of. That's on the
Peter Paul Rubens, I think it's called, like The Fall of the Damned.
That's the one. Yeah, well, I think one of our listeners said it was Peter Paul Rubens, and that name sounded quite contemporary to me, so I assumed it was like a 20th century painting. And I looked it up, and it was from like the Renaissance.
Yeah. Fall of the Damned, though, and I've given him my thoughts on an image, that picture in other videos. I think that it's like depicting, like, it's Archangel Michael, like throwing the damned into hell. And I think the idea of, in the first season anyway, or the second season, I suppose, is that Jonas or Adam had the idea that the moment his father killed himself is what started all of this off. So the idea of like his father Michael threw them all into this hell. That's where I think about it. Right, the forest, just a lovely mosaic image of the forest.
Yeah, that's some woods.
And this is the power plant, I think.
Yeah, sure. I think.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I don't know what that is, actually, to be honest. What part of it? But
I think it's the power plant. I think this is what eventually the part of the power plant that eventually turns into the room where the dark matter ball.
Oh yeah, I think
in the future is.
Yeah.
Because of the little hut. This is Jonas. Oh no, it was Cilia.
Oh yeah, no, it's Cilia. It was upside down, so it fooled me initially, but yeah, I think that's Cilia. So that's from right at the end, right? When she's looking at the portal herself after Jonas goes through it.
Yeah, although that's like episode 2 or 3.
When she's looking at it.
Yeah, it's Elizabeth that's looking at it at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, Jonas goes through the portal, goes back to the 20s, and then goes on his whole journey.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right. Let's keep moving then. This is Egon's cancer treatment, I think.
Yes, I think that's that. It's hard to tell exactly what that is. It looks like one of those like children's toys that you would get where you like connect lots of bits together, but it wasn't Lego. It was like something that kind of was trying to step on Lego's toes a little bit. But yeah, I think that is.
I can't remember what it was called. Meccano?
Yeah, like Meccano. Yeah,
yeah, Meccano. Yeah, because there's a home movie where my brother got Meccano for Christmas, and like my mum's filming in the morning, and he's got his little Australian like 5-year-old accent. He's like, "I got some Meccano." That's a real like image of my childhood to me. My brother going on about Meccano. All right, so now we're into the St. Christopher pendant.
Oh yeah, that'll come back.
That'll come back.
Well, not necessarily in the credits, but that's fairly that's up there with the gun in terms of the sort of sleight of hand trick of getting that from character to character seamlessly.
Yeah,
but I don't know which character who knows whose neck that's around at this point. I'm gonna say Marta, but it could be literally anyone.
Well, I think it was Eva by the end, wasn't it?
By the end, it was. Yeah, but I mean, at this,
in this image, jeez, not even gonna try.
Take your pick.
Now, this is weird.
Now, that's one of those bug monsters that I was talking about emerging from its cocoon to feed.
Well, it's clearly an image of Marta, in a strange sort of unflattering downward shot. And she was shot in that area, but it's almost like, I don't know what it's trying to portray here. Is it trying to portray like a future pregnancy for Marta? Like. Yeah,
I think 5004 worth might be onto something here with it's either gore or a colonoscopy. What we're seeing here.
That's a bit harsh on Marta, isn't it? She just got shot. What's the point of let her go peacefully? Don't give her a colonoscopy. Jeez.
I mean, she's not worried about
Have to determine cause of death.
Exactly. Hippocratic oath and all that.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
That's a very upsetting image, to be honest.
All right, the toe tag. Which dead body is this?
That's Claudia, right?
Oh, my media player doesn't want to work anymore. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'll vamp for a sec. Yeah, I'm going to say that was Claudia because... And like the keen-eared listeners will remember that you took away my point for this. I said that the weird golden thing that was on her body in this scene was from I think I said it was from an alternate world. I can't exactly remember, but you didn't give me the points for it because there was no evidence for it either way. And I'm still bitter about that to this day.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Really don't know what to tell you. Right, okay, so I'm having a problem playing the file, so which means I'm going to try one more time. If I can't get it, then I'll just show you the images.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll try one more time. If we can't, I don't know what happened, guys. I think maybe when I was like rushing to feed my son and get this video created, maybe I accidentally quit out of the rendering or something. I don't know.
Bella thinks I should have gotten the point, and frankly, I agree with them. So it's.
Wait, what was the point again? So tell me again, because I was panicking on a live stream. Panicking. I was panicking on a live stream trying to get my content back.
Fine, this is me vamping. This is me demonstrating my live show capabilities by buying you time.
I know, so you're a fantastic asset, Konrad. You're a fantastic asset.
Fantastic something. When I don't even know what point, like what joke I was trying to make with that comment, to be honest. When Claudia's body is in the coroner's office in the 50s, she has like this little kind of golden thing, which looks like it's come off the like one of the other time machines from the other world. Right. And I think I said I thought that had come from another world as well, and you didn't give me the point. Not that I needed it.
You don't get the points for that. I'm sorry.
No.
Definitely not. Right, recover.
Now that's an interesting. Like Alex Jones has just pointed out that. I'm going to butcher this name. I apologize. Onchitrao? Is that how you would pronounce that? Played Fiora Ul in Man of Steel.
Yes,
I don't remember that character.
I do remember. And actually, I think Alex, did you comment? Alex, did you comment that on a stream or a video previously? Because I think I read your comment on that, and I was blown away by that. Because I honestly do.
One of the bad guys.
I honestly do remember that. Yeah, she's one of the bad guys. Yeah. I honestly remember that, and it was.
Oh wow! Yeah, That's
really strange, isn't it?
A little bit blown away by that, to be honest.
I'm
just thinking that now. Yeah.
Man of Steel. Oh, I'm very, very silly. I just realized earlier in our, and I'll say it here so I don't have to correct it in a comment. I said earlier on our recording of our best movie podcast ever that that Man of Steel is the one I saw 5 times in the cinema. That is incorrect. It was Superman Returns.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that we've got that. We'll just have to put the message out to our BMPE listeners that they need to go and check out our Dark Discussions live stream.
Yeah. No, I'll make a comment saying here, go to Dark Discussions live stream, go about 40 minutes in, and that's where you'll find it. All right, so I've managed to work around here, Konrad. Okay, nice. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I've managed it, is what I mean. So you'll have to excuse me, guys, because I'm going to actually just get it sorted for you here, because I'm in my Blender file. Literally, I have to just go into this, and this is guys, this is how you know I'm a problem solver. I'm a problem solver. Right, let's keep this party going. Whose tag is this?
Claudia. That is Claudia.
Yeah, that is Claudia. Let's be honest, that's Claudia.
A Jane Doe. I don't know. Do they have Jane Does in Germany, or is it a different name? I don't know.
Good question, actually.
International like terminology for an unknown body.
That's a really interesting question. I'd love someone to tell us that. I have no idea. Never even thought about that before. Maybe just unknown or whatever. So this is obviously Claudia again.
Yep. Claudia being absorbed by her own hair.
Yep, as we all are. This is dials on the time machine.
Yep. Yeah, on the townhouse one.
Yep, townhouse one. Nothing more about that. Hands on a map. Katarina's hands.
Yeah,
hang on.
Right.
There's gloves in this. This might be when they're looking up something in the power plant before they dig something up.
I wonder if this is Jonas when he's trying to figure out the dark matter, and he's like looking through schematics and stuff.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that, actually. I think you're exactly right about that. All right, next one. This is. You want to have a go at this one? Who's this?
That's Claudia. After she's just done her dad in, old Egon in,
and she's like calling the police and decides not to.
Yeah.
Her hand looks very much like a spider here, and spider does start with the same letter as snake, and we all know that she is the serpent. So, pretty good symbolism there.
Her hand looks like a face hugger from Aliens there.
Oh yeah, geez. Okay, so I think this is Regina and Boris in the 80s. Remember when they're like sitting up in the field, like sitting up in the forest, really loved up?
Oh, when Boris is wearing his amazing polo shirt with the collar up and then suit jacket with the sleeves rolled up combination.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know what they're touching there though. It's like what is that, like Regina's
leg? Is she touching his scar? Or does
Maybe.
Yeah, I think she's touching a scar of his or something like that. Anyway, it's pretty weird looking. This is all. Let's be honest. This is all weird looking. This is they're getting pretty literal here now. They're digging up the barrels.
Clausen fucking everything up for everyone.
Yeah.
Demanding radioactive material be unearthed.
Yeah. This is a fire. Where
and that's the kind of in-depth analysis that you get here on the Culture Cave, folks.
Listen, Konrad, I'm saying it for the audio listeners. Come on.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Sorry, audio listeners, I didn't mean to exclude you.
Yeah.
I don't know where this fire happened. It could be anywhere.
Neither do I. I don't know. Although Chris has come in and said Boris was touching his own his own self-harm. Boris is touching her self-harm scars. Oh, yeah, remember in Regina?
Okay. Yeah.
That makes complete sense, actually.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. Thanks, 5004 worth. You know what's up. All right, let's move on. Next up. Okay, we don't have to say... I don't know if it's legal for us to say what this is.
Oh, God, I don't even know if I remember where this happened.
Come on, Konrad.
Who? Oh, okay, no, I do. Classic scene. I mean, it's a boy taking his trousers down. What more needs to be said?
Yeah, it's Trumter. It's Trumter. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Trumter displaying a self-confidence which will serve him well in later life.
Yeah, classic Trunty.
Trunty, yeah.
Okay, this hand here. Could this be Greta, or is this too much? What is this? Does this look like a man's hand or not? It's got a wedding ring on it.
It does look slightly more masculine. it has the grubby fingers of a man's a man's hand, but I don't know. I'm not sure whose that is. It could be Noah.
Could be. Was Noah, but Noah's not married though.
Well, yeah, but he.
Did he have a ring?
I'm not sure actually. That's a good point.
Interesting.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's hard to say from that. The black in the background makes me think Noah, but that could be a red herring.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, moving on. This is Stranger's back when he's having sex with Marta in the dream.
Yeah.
If any, this is the funny thing to me, right? When I put my religion dark discussions video out, some people were saying, "I like your theory that Stranger Jonas or Jonas in general is like the analogy of Jesus." But and then I went, there's no but. Like, look at his scars on his back. Like, there's literally, and look at him. He's a Jesus analogy, 100% through and through.
Yeah, I mean, there's
come on, Konrad,
definitely elements. There's definitely elements of that there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like he's been whipped. He's back from his time in the desert or whatever you want to say. All right, moving on. That's a horrifying image. All right, next one. We've got another horrifying image because it drifts into this weird eyes thing.
Yeah, it's like a David Cronenberg movie.
Yeah.
I don't know whose eyes they are.
Yeah. Are they Jonas's?
They could be Jonas's. They're too far apart is the problem. So it's like hard to kind of picture a fake young Hannah.
Yeah, might be young Hannah. Yeah.
I think it is Jonas's eyes, if I were to guess. Jonas's eyes before they changed to brown.
Yeah. Okay, so here is old Claudia getting desheathed.
Yep, getting covered up.
Oh, sheathed.
Sheathed. Not sure that's the medical parlance.
And now we end season 2 of the title sequence with the title card dark and the cave with a one direct split down the middle.
It's the bloody cave. It all like when in doubt, depict the cave.
Yeah, that's what they've learned. Right, season 2. To be honest with you, I think that there was more symbolism going on in the season 1 title sequence. I think that season 2 was very much just like cool moments from the show.
There were definitely no direct references to the ending of the show in the season 2 one.
Yeah, I think that the last one there with the two halves of the cave may be referencing two worlds, but at the same time, the whole thing is mirrored. So, like, literally, the whole thing is referencing everything. All right, let's have a look here. All right, Master Radio North, catch you later. Thanks for joining. Guys, if you haven't put a like on the stream yet, could you do it? It really does help. All right. Here we go. Opening. When I started watching season 3, and this was the opening, I just put videos out about like an Adam and Eve theory, and I was like, oh my god, we're getting it.
I'm trying to think who actually eats an apple in season 3 though, because my first thought with this was that it was Noah eating the apple from season 2.
It's not eating an apple. It's young unknown, or young Gary, we should say, when he's holding it in front of Burnt.
Oh, okay.
He very clearly lifts it up and goes, forbidden fruit, and puts it down because you know the fact that they actually crossed the time lines was sort of heavily implied that was like the forbidden fruit when they had a baby. So he was just picking up, going, "This is me," you know.
It's an interesting point from the Top New Probe saying it's like it's similar to Death Note, or copying Death Note with the apple.
The imagery there, yeah.
I mean, it's obviously like biblical imagery as returning again there, but it's very, very pronounced in that scene, and as it is in Death Note.
Yeah, in Death Note, very much so. Okay, so that is Marta in the background. We can tell by the scar.
Yep.
And there's little Marta on the side as well.
Oh yeah, that's Alt Marta doing her thing.
It's interesting the way they've mirrored that Alt Marta. Even though she is mirrored in the middle of herself, it actually looks like they've just stuck her head on the bottom.
It does, yeah. She's like those characters in this is the second time I'm going to mention Labyrinth on this live stream. The characters in Labyrinth who like guard those doors, and they've got like a head at the top and a head at the bottom. The card. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, geez, my wife's going to love this live stream. She absolutely loves Labyrinth.
It's only forever. I don't remember the rest of that song.
That's funny actually, because I was talking to my friends the other day, and my friend swore blind that no one remembered any song except for what is it?
Dance Magic Dance.
Yeah. Tell me about
There's
the
loads of good songs of
with
that.
the power.
Labyrinth isn't as good as a lot of people. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good songs.
That is Dance Magic Dance. That's just how it starts.
Yeah, there's a lot of good songs of that. And they're crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. All right. Next up, we get Eva's painting that's been burnt.
Yeah, with a snake that I've never noticed before in it.
I think it is. Yeah, it's in the one of the sides of the painting. I think. I don't think it's in both sides, but obviously that's a mirror. But yes, it is.
We should put Labyrinth on the BMP. Says 5004 worth. We should do that.
Yeah, we should.
An episode on Labyrinth.
I mean, we could do an episode of David Bowie.
We could do. We could maybe. Yeah. All right.
We already have talked about the Prestige, I suppose. So.
Oh, you can go back to it and just talk about his Nikola Tesla accent.
Yeah. Okay, so I think one thing I noticed as well when going through this is that the last season they have a lot longer. They give a lot longer for each image.
Yeah.
So it's less like quick cutting away. So the next one we see is a really horrifying kaleidoscope of someone's face. I know what it is. Do you know what it is?
It looks like it's probably Martha again to me with the scar.
Yeah, it's like when she's just got the Eva scar.
Yeah.
I think it's just before she. It looks like it's just before she kills Jonas.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then she's also on a bike. Not getting a dink or a backy, but that's in her future. Or her past, depending on how you view the cycles. Right, okay, moving on. Next up, we get. What do we get? Oh, the French delegation, I think. Who is this?
Well, it's presumably a lady because they're wearing high heels in a seemingly formal environment. So I'm gonna say Claudia. I actually remember this bit or where it is. It seems like it's probably Claudia in the power plant, but I don't remember this bit off the top of my head. It could be the secretary. Yeah,
might be Jasmine. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Jasmine.
Might be Jasmine.
Bringing. Oh, it probably. You know what it is? It's probably Jasmine bringing Claudia the notes when Claudia has been sleeping in her office for a week.
Yeah.
And has been ignoring the French delegation.
Could be, but I think. Oh, you mean? No, but Claudia. This is season 3 at this point.
Yeah. So the bit where it's like in the same episode where Jasmine gets killed by the unknown.
Oh yeah.
She walks into her Claudia's office and I think brings her something, right? And Claudia's like, don't show this to anyone or something, and then disappears for good. And then the unknown come and kill Jasmine that day. I think that's right.
No,
that's not season 3?
No, because Claudia's not in 86 at all in season 3.
No, I guess she's left 86 by that point, hasn't she?
Yeah, that's mid-season 2 you're thinking of. But 5004 Worth has just poo-pooed all of our ideas towards this. It's young Hannah.
When in doubt.
Listen, every time Konrad and I get together, there's going to be at least one meme coming out of it. The young Hannah meme is a strong one, in my opinion.
That's your Culture Cave guarantee is one shitty meme video.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Fracatoast Love's right. That was Yasmin walking and Toronto's waiting for her. That mirrored the scene. Mirrored the scene in the first season with Toronto and Claudia. All right. This time we have... is this another just sort of kaleidoscope version of the part of the painting? Is this what this is?
I think it must be. Or someone had a some kind of Mario tattoo that I'm not aware.
That's the mushroom. That's the big mushroom.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah. Okay, then we get... Now I know what this is. Can you tell what this is? Can you make it out?
No, not really. That looks... Oh.
This is the scene. The red gives it away to me. This is the scene where Claudia goes to Regina in the police station in the future.
She goes to...
Regina's under the red light in the police station with she's dying of cancer, and there's Claudia.
But yeah, she's got the electric kind of heater thing on her.
You can see that's Claudia with her hair coming down. Like if you're looking at it sideways, I
can't see that at all.
So there's Claudia's
Oh
head.
yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, that is crazy. That's really hard to make out, that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It just struck me.
Yeah.
Struck me like a lightning bolt, that one. Got it. Right, this one equally hard to make out. Sorry, not the actual image. I mean the symbolism behind this, because this is 100% them making up for the fact that they included it in season 1 and they never did anything with it. But it is. I wouldn't even say Molt Marta. I think it actually is Marta from the Prime world in the same dress she wore to the party, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Prime Marta wearing the dress that she was wearing when her and Jonas first slept together, appearing to Alt Marta, to, I don't know. Well, I'm not really sure. I guess that kind of starts Alt Marta off on her journey of like self-discovery in regards to time travel.
Yeah. Definitely, you can say something like that. Right, this is the one that I put on the thumbnail, and this is the one I heard, but like Belinda wanted me to have a look at. This is, in my opinion, a really strange depiction of a fetus version of the unknown. That's what this is. This is what I think it is.
Yeah, what is it? Was it? This wasn't in the show, right? Talking about David Cronenberg stuff. This looks like something out of a David Cronenberg movie. Like that is horrific.
Yeah,
I don't remember that at all.
I think this is, and guys, I don't say think. I know this is the unknown, and I'll tell you how I know. Look at the hands. Infinity symbol. Come on. 100%.
Throwing up gang signs straight out of the womb. The unknown.
Maya is saying there's even 3 of them.
There are 3 of them. That's true. Although, as we know with the unknown, there are 4 of them because there's the one who died in the Prime world as well.
No.
He's just denying that. Just deny. The next time I'm on one of these, you have to go and.
The origin wasn't in the Prime.
We are going to find that fucking image of
that one wasn't even grown at all. That one wasn't grown. That was like a zygote.
We're going to find it, and we're going to show the people the truth that you don't want them to see.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. I get the joke now. I thought you were talking about literally like the zygote or whatever that would have been destroyed.
No, like just like the young version of the unknown who was definitely one of the bodies in the Prime world explosion.
Yeah, that was the baby of Marta from season 2, episode 6, when she got pregnant from Jonas. In your theory,
yeah, nailed it.
Yep. T Bad Moon says Krang from Ninja Turtles. Oh god!
Kill the
See, look at that. I've just moved it on a little bit there. That definitely looks like a little fetus to me.
Yeah, it does. That's a baby's arm, surely.
Yeah. Right? Look at this very suggestive image. Bartos would love this one.
Crikey! That's like a I've forgotten her name now. Georgia O'Keeffe, the painter who draws flowers that look suspiciously like female genitals. That's what this reminds me of.
Well, each to their own. I think this is. I think this is Hannah when she's putting the lipstick on before Egon gives her a present. It gets even more graphic as I go here. Okay, so next up, water. It looks like water, but I think it looks like water, but it's not. It's just like fire. The opposite of water.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's. I guess they must have flipped that for the way that was burning, but yeah, that's them burning the Sigmundus lot of the cleanup crew burning the Sigmundus
definitely.
Lodge.
All right, moving on. We have some hands in a cage. Definitely Alt Marta, I think. Let's skip on past that one.
Yeah.
Then we've got the origin turning the. Oh, is that the? No, that looks too dark to be the wheel. Where is this wheel? So there's a hand turning a wheel, mirrored down the middle. Where is this wheel?
Is that not Eva sending the people back in time from her time machine?
No, her time machine has like a crank where you hold it like this and go like that.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure where that is then. A wheel. It's definitely not the 2050s.
It's also like I'm thinking like, you know, the wheels that they turn in the 80s when they're causing the accident. It just doesn't even look like that. I don't know. This next one.
That's a hard one.
Is Jonas. We just missed him, but that was Jonas.
His face appearing out of the blob.
This one is someone holding the snake necklace, the Ouroboros necklace.
I'm going to say it's either going to be Tronsa or oh my goodness,
Yana.
Yana, yeah.
Or the unknown, I suppose. It's interesting, actually. I always call this the Ouroboros necklace, but it's actually, or the bracelet, but it's actually not even. Like, the snake isn't eating its own tail.
No, this one isn't Ouroboros, technically speaking. And yeah, they do look like a bunch of toes. It looks
They definitely look like a bunch of toes.
a nest of toes.
Yeah. Okay, so Jonas, I don't want to dwell on this. Tying the noose.
Yep. Just getting ready to kill himself.
There you go. Take a look at that one.
That's... Do we? Oh yeah, we do see Mads. Yeah, like so that's Mads again.
Yeah, looks like Mads to me.
Don't call it a comeback. Here he is.
Lots of fingers. Lots of fingers. 10 points to anyone who can guess what this is. What are they holding there? Domino? Like what?
Oh, I've got no idea who these belong to.
All right. Now this is.
There you go. That's the one that clued me into that theory. I gave you my Katarina is the Lady in the Lake theory.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
That's definitely Katarina.
They'll give it to you. Now, what's this? This is the Sigmundus. Oh, this is the Sigmundus vault or cult place in the 1880s, I think.
What, like the floor?
Yeah.
It looks like it, but I don't remember that shot specifically, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think all the shots are going to be in there. I think I don't think all the shots will directly be in there, but I think this definitely was that. Or maybe it even could just be the modern day in that layer. But I think the only time we saw it was in the 1880s at that point. This, yeah. I think this is Stranger Marta walking to the HG Townhouse, the Townhouse gates.
It was always raining there. So yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think so. We're almost there, guys. It's a little bit of a long journey, Konrad. We're almost there. More apples.
Delicious apples, yeah.
That's young Gary putting it down. Strange name for a boy, but you know, he grew into it.
Yeah. Well, he always had to have the name. That's the problem. Like he could never choose another one.
Oh, really? Frackatus Love says that was the Unknown's hand with a string for strangling people. Yeah, that makes sense. The thing I thought was a domino was actually like the side of the garrote, maybe.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. This one here. Whoa. Blanket falling down. I'm not sure about that one, actually.
It looked like a 50s blanket to me, so I'm going to say it's probably a Hannah and Egon scene, that one.
Oh, is that Claudia stripping? Young Claudia?
Oh, it could, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Claudia stripping.
Yep. Not dwell on that. We all know what that is. That's Jonas and Marta at the end.
Yeah.
God bless him. Then we've got Jonas and Marta at the beginning.
Yeah. A nice bookend to their relationship here. Well, it's not really bookend, but...
Well, you know, it's end of something.
I'm not saying anything about that.
Okay, so this is more hands with eyes. Whose eyes are these?
That's HG Townhouse.
Yeah.
That is HG Townhouse's eyes, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah, that wasn't a joke. I think that's HG Townhouse's eyes.
Yeah, that actually could be. You might be right. But I think
it's the first time he's appeared in the credit sequence, I think. But I don't know whose hands these are or what is going on in the foreground.
I think they're very much trying to make it look like a snake. Like, look.
That thing in the top of the screen in the middle is 100% an owl. It looks like it might be an owl with breasts, actually. In the middle.
Oh, I see. I see exactly what you mean. Let's show the listeners. There it is. A little owl. There's the beak. There's the eyes. There's the wings flapping up.
My mind works in mysterious ways, but that is what that is.
Yeah, it's a little owl with breasts. It is.
It's a harpy.
I don't know what to say about it, but it is there. Right, moving on.
Symbolism.
Symbolism, yeah. Right. Oh, we're at the last scene, and this is dark. Why do you think they chose blue for the final season?
Yeah, so I had a couple of questions about this because I saw this and I don't remember this specific shot or this color appearing at any point in relation to. I guess actually maybe it was the Sigmundus tunnel when like Katarina went into it, or it's like a kind of the live stream kind of color, not live stream, but you know when the portals open, you get that light and that kind of flowing energy, which this is reminiscent of. But I don't remember seeing this at any point.
Yeah, no, I don't either. It might just be.
I was looking for this because it really struck me as an image that we hadn't really seen anything like in the intro sequences for the other seasons.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a much different color palette, even. Really cool. There's birds on either side as well, as you can see.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm not too sure where that came from. Maybe that did just come from. Oh, actually, hang on. Is this was it whenever the main light was coming down? Whenever H.G. Thanos turned it on in the 80s, and then it came. You remember the stream of light? Maybe they're just showing that that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But it's not really shown in the show the cave as a whole lighting up like that. You know what I mean?
Could be that. Yeah. I'm not sure. That's like a Seabadmian says that might be an invert photo, which it could be. I wouldn't surprise me if they did like invert the colors on some of these.
Yeah, could be, definitely. Oh yeah, that sort of thing's going on. Right, well there we go. That is. I can't believe we got through all that with that technical difficulty in the middle. Jeez, look at us. We're pros. We're pros.
Comprehensive and professional is what this was.
Yeah, exactly. It's also the longest live stream we've ever done. So I'm sure glad that I bought the plug-in battery for my DSLR, because otherwise it would have been only my voice about 20 minutes ago. So yeah, there we go, guys. I think we'll probably leave it there, to be honest with you. We've overwent. Konrad will be back in a couple of weeks for a bit more dark discussions, which is what we call this show. Funny enough, that's probably pretty good that we do, because we do talk about dark. Next week, I'm going to be doing focusing in on a character. Now, I've never done a live stream where I focus in on a character before, so I usually just did a half-an-hour video where I sort of went into depth, but you'll be able to tell me things in the comments and all that sort of thing, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes focusing on a character. We'll see if that's something that we should be able to be doing in the future. If you haven't done it already, there is a link in the description for you to a t-shirt that we've put out for the After Dark podcast. If you want to check it out, even maybe if you want to get one, it would be great. Great memento. I'm still waiting on mine in the post. Taking a while. I really, if anyone's got one, if you could send me like a private message or on, or even put it in the comments, I don't mind, on Instagram, at, what is it? The Anthony James, on Instagram. If you could send me a bit, I really want to know the quality. I can't wait for mine to come, but I've never used Redbubble before, and I really want to know if the quality actually came out. Like, you know, I really want, I took every precaution on my own end, and I'd really like to know. So, it's there anyway if you want it. Next week, I'm going to be putting a poll on YouTube, the YouTube community post. So if you see a poll, let me know what character you want me to cover next week. I haven't decided yet, so let me know. Apart from that, Konrad, anything else you want to add?
Oh, just thanks for joining us for this, guys. I'll hopefully see you all on another one of these in a few weeks' time.
On the flip side, yeah. In the comments, if you have any ideas what Konrad could come back and talk about next time, let us know. Anything you want Konrad to talk about in particular. All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching Dark Discussions, and we'll be back. So, like the video if you haven't already. If you could subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're watching this right now, God bless you, is all I can say. You know, there was a few hairy moments there. A lot of people saying goodbye in the chat. Thanks very much for coming, guys. And yeah, if you haven't watched this week's episode of the After Dark podcast about OA, it's not too late to jump in. All right. See you later.
Goodbye.